acting was something that I really loved to do as a kid, as a teen in school. I was part of the school drama. I participated in performances, and I really loved it. And I think when I was around 14, 15, I really had this dream of becoming an actress and pursuing acting. But I don't know what happened during my teen years. Suddenly, I just forgot everything. I just forgot everything about it, and I just didn't revisit again. When I graduated from high school, the question was then, okay, what should I study now? And for a very brief time, I considered to study drama, theater, but somehow I never really took that seriously. Somehow it just didn't ring serious and profound or solid enough to me. And I also had a feeling that my parents wouldn't be very supportive of it. So they didn't say it, but because I assumed it, somehow I combined all these impressions, and in the end I told myself, no, I'm going to study economics. Yeah, economics. And I didn't know where that came from. It just sounded really good to me. It sounded like something stable. It sounded like something in which I could get a job after graduation, something prestigious. So I went for that and I studied economics. And fast forward, I got into banking. I spent 5 years in banking, and you know the rest of the story. So back to that hunch about acting. So after about 3 to 4 years in banking, I revisited my dream of doing acting. And that was the first time that I actually took it seriously. I thought, okay, I'm now in my end 20s. I've had a career that I don't like, that I actually hate, and now I have a choice. Do I want to continue making these kinds of decisions that lead to success, to a successful career, as in the eyes of other people, something that sounds prestigious but is actually really not important to me, that I don't care about? Or am I going to make my decisions differently now? Am I going to make decisions in a way that is meaningful to me, although it might be riskier? And I decided for the second option. I thought that, okay, you only have so many years to live, and you cannot keep postponing everything that you really want to do to the future, because at some point, when you're in your 70s and your 80s, you can't postpone things any further, and you will just end up with a bunch of regret. And that was something, guys, that I was most afraid of. I never ever wanted to experience that kind of regret. So I told myself, okay, if I want to do acting, although there's a big risk, I need to do it now. So that's what I did, and I know it sounds crazy, and it also didn't happen. It didn't happen immediately. So what I did after that was I signed up for an acting course, and I went to that acting course every evening on every Wednesday for I think 2 or 3 months, and it was held by NYU Tisch in Singapore for about 3 hours at a time, and I really had a blast. I had so much fun, and when doing that, I really felt alive. I really felt like a different person. I just can't describe to you what kind of feeling that is. So if you've ever done something, if you've ever been absorbed in doing something or a specific kind of work or activity where you just feel so alive, so energetic and focused, then you know what I mean. And one thing led to the other. So after doing that acting course, I did some student film projects. I acted in those student films. I think there were perhaps around 10 projects or so. And I started to really get into it. And doing that kind of like testing and experimenting with acting without fully committing to it, without leaving my day job, that really gave me the confidence that, okay, there's something in this. There's something right about following my interest, following my passion. And by the way, guys, following my passion doesn't mean that you'll end up doing work around your passion necessarily, but at least you need to give yourself a chance to follow that passion and see where it leads, right? So I really had a good feeling about it, and I knew that I had to take serious action. I didn't want it to just be a hobby and continue to live my life as a banker during daytime, right? So I concocted a plan to quit my job within the span of, I think, about 1 year or 1.5 years. So I did a lot of very detailed planning during that time, particularly related to my finances. So I calculated in much detail how much money I wanted to have when I quit my job, and how I would be going to save up that money, and so on. And then the day came and I finally quit my job.